Welcome to Volume 2 of Zack Attack. We're recapping all your sports news for this week. We're going to get right in the Gator baseball. The Gators went 3-1 this week, beating Bethune-Cookman Tuesday at home, and then going to Knoxville and taking the series from the Tennessee Volunteers 2-1. Logan Shore and Alex Faedo were the winning pitchers in both those contests, throwing tremendous games. South Carolina is currently tied with Kentucky late in that game at 3 apiece. So depending how that goes, if the Gamecocks lose, Florida will be tied for first place with South Carolina. Going now to Gator softball. The Gators absolutely killed it this week, senior weekend. They swept the series against Arkansas 3-0, won their sixth SEC regular season title in the process, and outscored Arkansas 22-0. Arkansas couldn't even score a run against them. And they're also going to be a number one seed in the SEC tournament, which starts Wednesday. So now moving on to Gator Lacrosse. Not much has been said about them, but they're 18-1 right now. They won the Big East regular season title and the tournament championship after beating Temple 16-4. Today's selection Sunday for the lacrosse playoffs, the lacrosse national tournament. So they'll probably get either the number 1 overall seed or number 2 overall seed. They have just been an incredible bunch, and this might be the team that finally brings that hardware back to Gainesville with a national championship. So now, looking at the NBA playoffs, they've been cooled off a bit after winning an incredible Game 1 in Toronto. They have been figured out by the Toronto Raptors. Toronto now leads the series 2-1, even though they just lost Jonas Valanciunas for the entire series due to injury. My prayers and condolences go out to him. And on the flip side, though, the Heat's big man, Hassan Whiteside, is also battling some lower body injuries as well. So hopefully he'll be able to play and the Heat can get back into this series before it switches back to Toronto. Other playoff news, Cleveland and Atlanta are going on the wire right now. Cleveland trying to sweep the Hawks for the second straight year and go 8-0 in the playoffs. So keep in mind that no team has ever gone 16-0 in the playoffs before. Some other big news from the NBA. San Antonio leads Oklahoma City 2-1. Game 4 is tonight at 8. That's going to be an exciting one to watch. I'd say the best game of the series by far was Game 1 when San Antonio had a chance to win it at the end. There was all this controversy on the final play. And it was, my bad, that was Game 2. I'm talking Game 2 that happened. Game 1 was a complete just bloodbath where San Antonio just made Oklahoma City look like they never played basketball before. So after 2 close games in Game 2 and Game 3, we'll see how Game 4 shapes up tonight. In the Golden State series, Portland's hanging in there. They won Game 3. They've had the benefit of Steph Curry being out, and he won't come back for Game 4 is what I've been hearing. But Golden State, most likely, I think, will still win this one in 5 games. So a little baseball action now. The Marlins, they had won 10 of 11 prior to this weekend and had a 4-game winning streak. But like you do against most NL East opponents, they have kind of lost their touch as they lost 2 or 3 to the Phillies, both by 1 run. Both games at the bullpen kind of blew up at the end. They're still 3 games out of the NL East, though, out of first place there. Helps that my Cubbies have been putting the bean on the Nationals. Some other sporting news. Last night, watched the big Canelo Alvarez Amir Khan fight. I was predicting that Canelo would knock him out, and I was correct. Canelo, who is now 47-1-1, knocked out Khan when he connected with a right hook in the 6th round, and he knocked him clean out. It was just an awesome fight to watch. Canelo, at just 25 years old, is just an amazing boxer, and he is the future of boxing. It can be assumed that he will fight Gulani Gluckman, Triple G, as he's known by nickname, in his next bout. And then finally, little horse racing news for y'all. I know we had a Triple Crown winner last year in American Pharoah, and now we have another bid for the Triple Crown. It begins with the Kentucky Derby. So in the 142nd running of the Derby, Nyquist, it sounds like Nyquil, it sounds like a drug almost, but Nyquist, the horse, won by 1 1/4 lengths. So that's good for Nyquist and his jockey. Hopefully they can follow American Pharoah's footsteps and make a Triple Crown bid. So that's really all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in and continue to follow my articles on Zack Knows Sports, put out podcast pictures, all these trinkets of sorts. Thank you, and God bless. I'll see you all next week.